All right, some ideas, some things, older ideas are better left alone. It's like they say, you need to leave well enough alone. And what I'm talking about is Day of the Dead Bloodline, a movie I saw earlier this month. And I'm sorry I saw this movie, not because it's gory, not because it's violent, not because it's vulgar in any sense of the word. I'm just because it's just not good. And the reason I'm telling you that, okay, this movie is a original screenplay from George A. Romero's Day of the Dead Day of the Dead from 1985, and that movie is supposedly like the lesser movie in the Dead franchise. And if George A. Romero saw this movie, he'd be turning over in his grave right now because the father of zombie movies, we lost him last year. And this movie absolutely does not. It tarnishes his legacy. It absolutely rips apart piece by piece everything this guy built. This movie is an insult. This movie is ridiculously stupid. This movie is redundant in every sense of the word. This movie does not deserve a screening, a wide screening in any theater. And I saw this movie, it had a limited release and it went straight to DVD, straight to the red box. So this movie was already available because it was so bad that it didn't. They decided not to release it in theaters because nobody would pay money to go see this. This is garbage. This is the kind of feeling you get when you smell the garbage in your bathroom or in your kitchen, and you're like, oh my god, that smell is just disgusting. I can't stand it anymore. I need to throw it away. They need to throw this movie away and just erase it from existence. This movie takes place in such a convoluted uh, uh, portrayals of this movie. It tells a story about a medical student who goes to a party, and in between that party, you see flashbacks of her examining a cadaver, which eventually becomes a zombie. And there's a stalker, a guy who's obsessed with her, who just decides to try to rape her, and the zombie is able to rescue her basically, and he bites the guy. The guy dies. He comes back, and his motive in life is to make her life miserable, is to get his revenge. And I would tell you guys the rest of this movie because it's just not worth talking about. As far as the acting in this movie, oh my gosh, it is horrible. It is horrendous. I am insulted by this movie. I am embarrassed about the acting on this movie. I, None of these actors, even the lead actor, she was all right, but it's such a, a degree where just like, oh my gosh, this girl might get a part maybe in a future TV show, maybe if that. But and the villain on this movie is supposed to be a guy to make you hate him, to make you despise him. Typical movie villain. His acting is so bad. He doesn't even sound like he's reading from a paper or his phone on what to say in this movie. No, it's even worse than that. The Even the zombie kills here are sloppy. It's sloppily done, and not even I'm not talking about the gore aspect. It's just not. It's like they puked this movie out of their mouths and decided, okay, I'm gonna put this movie on. I'm gonna decide to put this movie, release it on a limited release of theaters, and then it's so bad. No way. I think we'll put it on DVD. I think it'll go straight to the red box, and people might actually pay $9 for this movie, $3.99 or something like that. It is not even that good to even watch. It's not worth it. It's Steer clear of this movie. If you guys heard about this movie at all, steer clear of it. It's not worth your time. Because like I said, it's not going to shock you with anything. Because the original Dead series, especially Day of the Dead, which is considered the lowest common denominator of all the zombie films, is actually way better than this movie. That movie was actually gruesome and horrifying and And the slogan for me, the darkest day the world has ever known, the darkest day of man ever known. Okay, this is the darkest day of films that I've ever known because this movie is so bad. I give this movie with a capital F. This movie gets an F because it gets absolutely no recognition that it deserves. And if you guys ever watch this movie, it's not even good enough to poke fun at. That's how bad it is. This movie reminds me that none of these actors are ever going to have, and not even on a commercial or on a TV show. They have no future whatsoever. And the director of this movie, what the hell was he doing? Day of the Dead Bloodline is the death of an idea that should have been left alone years ago. Studios, if you guys want to reboot something, if you guys want to remake something, try doing it at least a little bit accurate. Because this movie is just awful, god awful movie. And like I said, it's not even because it's a zombie movie. It's just because it's just not good. All right, if you like this video, comment on this video. Subscribe to this blog. Support this blog. I need more subscribers. That would help a whole lot. And I am in the middle of a suspension for my monetization. Please give me a shot here. Give me a help here. All right, all right, you guys. Thank you for your time for watching any videos that I have done. Okay, all right. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.